koma ebunye yenu si ajide nkoji na aga n'iru biko ka anyị gbakọ kịta wee kene Eze-Ana Eze-Ana ga-adị Eze-Ana ugochitubelu nwoke ọma na oraifite ị ga-adị ọdịnala bụ eziokwu ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ ịma na o nwere olu na-eti mkpu na-asị ụmụ Igbo chigharịa ụmụ Igbo chigharịa kwa mbọsị ọ na-eti n'ụtụtụ n'abalị ọ nọ na nkuzi Eze-Ana Eze-Ana ugochitubelu onye ọma na oraifite onye mgbasa ozi ọma ọdịnala gaba n'iru Eze-Ana ugochitubelu onye mmanye je eme ọnụ ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ gaba n'iru Eze-Ana ugochitubelu onye ọma na oraifite onye mgbasa ozi ọma ọdịnala gaba n'iru Eze-Ana ugochitubelu onye mmanye je eme ọnụ ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ gaba n'iru Eze-Ana ga-adị ugochitubelu ga-adị ugochitubelu tempụl ọ ya adị maka na eziokwu anwa chacha ndị ụka erigo anyị front and back ndị oche eli anyị front and back faji asị kala aka ghọrọ ụmụ Igbo si anyị rapụ nke anyị na nke fe ka mma bulu Baịbụl bịa akwụkwọ akụkọ mepekwa chọọchị fa okwu n'ụka bịakwa.
Good morning, viewers all over the world. My name is Ogbuefi Eze-Ana ugochitubelu oraifite. Abụ m onye isi nchụaja na ugochitubelu ọdịnala temple. Anyị na-agba afa miri emi lụkwazi ọrụ mmụọ dị iche iche. Abụkwazi m onye isi nchụaja na ọdịnala Restoration Evangelical Mission, bụrụkwazi onye mgbasa ozi ọdịnala Igbo. So you can call me an ordinary evangelist or a priest. N'ụbọchị tata, isiokwu anyị ji wee bịa n'ụbọchị tata bụ what you should not ignore. Signs you should not ignore if you see them in dream. Signs you should not ignore if you see them in dreams. So pay attention to those signs. Like I always tell you, I do say, what you don't know remains a mystery to you and not to all. Before we dive into today's lecture proper, important announcement. If you're a child of the temple, remember our annual festival, yes, comes up this Saturday, 14th September. All children of the temple are expected to contribute their own quota for annual festival, whether you are coming or not. That is important. You can chat me on WhatsApp if you are not on our WhatsApp group. Yeah, another important announcement is this. If you are getting us outside and you are outside Africa and you are getting us via their television set, whether smart television, global TV, amateur, whatever means, but on your television, chat me. I would like to know where you're getting us from. Another announcement is, remember, we are still in the month of September. You can still join us in our group rituals. Makanike Dinacha and Nigobike. These are our monthly rituals. You can join us anywhere you are, all over the globe. Distance is never a barrier. It's sacrifice for upliftment, breakthrough, and liberation. We have lots of testimonies. We started it almost 3 years now. If you are interested, what you will do is to chat me on WhatsApp. Then make token donation to the account number. Forward your 3 prayer requests. We place it in the altar, making declaration upon your lives throughout the month. This morning I have gone to the temple to make declarations and pray on behalf of those that join us anywhere you are, all over the world. On the last day of this month, we visit the river with eatable things to do saraka on behalf of all. Then we proceed back to the temple to offer other sacrifices to entities of powers, including Ram, Saraka. I can tell you that there is power in these group rituals. Believe in me. So, if you are interested or you want any question, you want to ask me any question in today's lecture, chat me on WhatsApp 0805 78 37 672. 0805 78 37 672 or 0813 82 43 871. I repeat, 0813 82 43 871. Now, if you are joining us from Ezioku TV administration, keep telling people about our administrations. If you are joining us on our social media platforms, share it. As you are doing so, may the work of your hands be prospering. May you be blessed. Let's now move into today's lecture proper. Like I said before, topic of the day is signs you should not ignore if you see them in your dream. Let's now proceed. What is dream? I would like to digress a little for you to understand what dreams is all about and why we human beings dream. And why I should do so is this. I understand that we have new members joining us and people from different levels in spiritual matters. And I understand that some people might not have watched my previous teaching on dreams. Now, for that reason, I will digress a little to carry everybody along. What is dreams and why is it that human beings can have dreams? See what happens when you are asleep. Like I told you before, human beings are made up by 2 components. Let me put it that way. The spiritual you, the spirit in man. That is the core man, and the physical you. From the beginning, as a spirit germs, we are in the spiritual realm. Look, I call it paradise. At that particular place, we are unconscious of who you are. If I can tell you, no one on earth is here for the first time. If I ask you, where were you in the last 200 years, 500 years? You know? You don't know. In fact, if I ask you where you were, and maybe it depends on your age, like before you were born, you know? You don't know. For that reason, what it means is that you are unconscious of your existence. Whether you even exist, you don't know. So because of that, Chukwu Okike, in his infinite mercy, thought it wise that allowing human spirits, the spirit germs, to remain unconscious does not make any impact. He thought it wise to send man, human spirit, far, far, far from the realm of the light. He sent human spirits far from his realm. That is what the Bible means when he told you that ezi omume mmadụ dị ka isi n'ụwa wee jebe n'eluigwe ebe that is the gap na-achị kọwara gị the gap between where God is and where human is. So he sent man very far away from him, sent man to this cross material which is more cooler. Are you following? From the proximity of God, because God is light. So he sent man very far away from his proximity, so that man will be able to recover his consciousness and be able to live life worthy of emulation, so that man will be able to live a conscious life. Then, so that man, out of perfection, man will be able to contribute his own quota towards furthering creation as a matured spirit. Are you following? So that is the man, the spiritual you. Then the physical you, when you are coming to this gross material world, in the world of this one spirit of man, which is the word in one matter about the ethereal realms. At that particular realm, human being, because of the duty assigned to you and what you tend to achieve here on earth, now man decided to take on form, as in the earthly clock. And whether you will wear the feminine cloth or masculine cloth, that is the body, determines the organs you will have in order to function properly in that sense. So that is why we human beings wear this earthly cloth, the body, to cover our real us, the real you, which is the spirit. So this body you are wearing is to cover, clothe the real you, so that you will have all those physical attributes in order to remain here on earth, in order to function as a human being. That is the purpose why we wear all this, our body, known as our body. Now, this, our body and our spirit, is a combination of two different radiations, because we have what we call body radiation and spirit radiation. Why you will know that human being radiates heat, yes, is when maybe you are in one room, but when they bring in like 10, 15, 20, as they're increasing it, people coming inside the one room, the heat increases. Example, if you are in a room only you will notice that everywhere is cool, your body is cool. But when more people start coming into the room, you begin to feel heat, because human body radiates heat. Are you following? So Chukwu Okike in his infinite mercy make human being and the spiritual you and their physical you, they radiate. They have a radiation that radiates them. They radiate each other. However, they firm up as one unit, as one personality. That's why you are alive. Your spirit and your spirit radiation and your physical radiation firm up. That's why your spirit remains in you, because that spirit is you. So with that firmness, the spirit will live. So the body radiates maximum radiation, then the spirit radiates its own. So two of them will firm up. Are you following? So that is why when the body radiation diminish because of aging or because of sickness or maybe because of accident, the body will not radiate 100% radiation in order to firm up with the spiritual radiation. Then the spirit will live, because the radiation of the spirit and radiation of the body that firm up together and become one. So what I'm saying in essence is this: when the body radiation becomes weak, maybe because of illness, because of age, or because of accident, the body will not be able to work in maximum radiation. For that reason, the spirit will leave because you no longer firm up with the spirit. So that is the thing. That is why, and when the spirit leaves the body is moveless. That's why, because the body cannot function with the spirit. That is why even when a woman is pregnant at the early stage, the fetus in his womb, the developing body in her womb will not be moving. It's moveless until at the kind of middle of the pregnancy, when the spirit enters the body, developing body, it will begin to move. So this, without the spirit, the body remain moveless. Are you following? And the activity of the spirit is that makes the body to circulate. Are you following? So when you are asleep, why I dive into this explanation preamble so deep is for me to lay foundation for you to be carried along. Now, when you fell asleep, what happens is that whenever you fell asleep, the body, not all the organs of the body are at work. Once you fell asleep, not all body organs are at work. Therefore, the body is not working with full strength. The blood that goes to the brain minimize, the legs and everything minimize until you wake fully awake. So the body is like hibernating. Do you know in computer language that what we call hibernating? Hibernating is in a state where computer is not fully on. When you hibernate a computer, it will consume less energy because all the organs are not working at 100% strength. Therefore, it consumes less light. The same thing, whenever you are asleep, your body organs work with minimal strength. Yes. So, for that reason, the body radiation diminish, will be at low vibe. Are you getting? Are you getting it? So, by so doing, the firmness, the radiation the body is radiating in order to firm up with the spirit is no longer as strong as it should be. Therefore, because of that looseness, the spirit will be able to elevate, go a little bit higher to the world of the realm of the spirit. Then the spirit in you will be able to travel to the ethereal world, to the other worlds. About we can get into deeper explanation of, we have worlds. Yes, but which earth is part of it. I don't want to start telling you about the Mars, the Mercury, and all those things. All science have known that we have up to 9. I don't know, but I can tell you it's more than that. But that one is teaching for another day. So what I can tell you is that time the spirit has the ability, because his spirit, that body radiation that traps it, has loosened a little bit. So the spirit can actually travel. That's why he can be in Nigeria while sleeping, and your spirit while dreaming is there in America, is there in South Africa, is there in Lagos, is there in ocean and everything. Are you following? So that is the ability of the spirit, because spirit has the ability to travel at far distance. So when the spirit travels, you will be able to get some pictures and visions of what is beyond your imagination if you are too fully awake. So what he does is this: to get those information in the spiritual realm, then transmit it down to the storage device, which is the brain. I want to give before now my previous lecture that we have two brains: the frontal brain, which is the intellectual brain, and the back brain. You understand, which is the spiritual brain. I want to use the simple terms for you to understand it. Even people that are into medical stuff. Understand what I'm saying? We have two brains, the frontal brain and the back brain. The frontal brain is the intellectual brain, while the back brain is the spiritual brain. So that your spiritual you receive that information, it passes to the back brain. Then the back brain, there is this transmission between the back brain and the frontal brain. The back brain will forward the information received in the dream to the frontal brain, so that the intellectual brain will be able to give that meaning, earthly analysis, earthly meaning. Are you following? But some people, because of over cultivation of the intellect, there is this serious severe between the back brain and the frontal brain. Therefore, they will go to sleep. They will tell you that they understand that they dreamt, but they don't really understand it when they wake up in the world of the living. Are you following? It's because there is no cordial relationship between the back brain, the spiritual brain, and the frontal brain. That's why you forget. You understand that you dreamt, but you can't explain it. As in, you have lost the memory. Something must be done to restore that cordial relationship between the spiritual you and the physical you. There is lacuna now. There is a vacuum there. It's a teaching for another day. So, but what I want to establish to you is why people dream. I mean, now, having established the fact that why you dream is as a result of their spirit looseness between the spiritual and the body firmness, then the spirit should get those information from the spiritual realm and pass it to you, maybe to be able to tell you what is still in the spiritual realm that will happen sooner or later. Now, you already understand why you get those information, why dream happens. So dream is real. The only problem is that sometimes the dreams interpretation will lost in transit, because there is no cordial relationship between your frontal brain and back brain. Therefore, you will not grasp it aright. That is the problem. So, but any dream that is vision. Then another thing is that there are some people that normally have some dreams we call on labor, like this fever dreams, that out of imagination, because maybe you got typhoid, the fever already entered your brain, so there is malfunctioning. So therefore, you will kill on that upon labor. London upon labor is manipulated dreams based on so many weak vibrations as a result of deep fever on your body system. And one of them lower. One can other form of dreams based on imagination, maybe the film you just watch, or maybe the discussion you had with somebody before going to bed, or what you think so much about. So those ones are fictions. Those ones are not real dreams. The real dreams I'm talking about is the one grabs from the spiritual realm. Let me tell you, if such a dream, if you have such dreams, is a message. Now, let me use myself as an example. In year 2003, to be precise, in fact, 2002, around September, around December 2002, I had a terrible dream, very horrifying dream. This particular dream, I saw myself. That time I was doing very well as a young guy then. I was doing very well. That time I'm into water drilling. That is, I'm into water drilling. I own my company then, Polanton Integrated Limited. So I have my own drilling rig then. So then before then, we are moving from site to site. My office then is at Onitsha Owore Road. 105 Onitsha Owore Road is upstairs, is 2 decking. My office is at the first floor. So then I saw myself inside thick forest. In fact, in the world of living, I have never gone into such thick forest. So I saw myself into that thick forest. How I got myself there, I don't know. But I just, dreams now. I saw myself there. So I began to imagine how on earth I find myself here. I tried my best to locate any path that I will follow in order to escape from this kind of forest. I couldn't find any. I searched east, west, north, and south. I couldn't find any. At a stage, I began to cry. I cried till I woke up. Once I woke up, I saw tears in my eyes. In fact, the dreams looked so real. You know what that dreams? But that time, I remember how money can that die. So I couldn't do much. I didn't know what to do. What I know, as usual, and as Catholics, then we pray our chaplet, go to chapel, and go to mass of a thing. So, but what I did wasn't good enough in order to avert the impending danger. So, what I did after doing my own stuff now as a Catholic, now you as a Catholic, you that listen to me as a Catholic, you know the stuff as Catholics normally do. But if it's now, believe in me, I know what to do, and it will never happen. So what happened is that was a vision. I couldn't do enough to avert it. So after that December, by Easter, about within 3 to 4 months after that particular dream, I began to have problems. First of all, what I had is an accident. I was traveling with my car. I went to Ugochitubelu precisely. I went there I bought chemicals in Onitsha, and I took it to where my workers are drilling borehole at Ugochitubelu then. On my way coming back, around, let's say, before 12 noon, as I intended to go home, my house in Awada then, Onitsha. So, as I'm traveling, immediately I reached the book, I remember that I did not fasten my seat belt. So while driving, I fastened my seatbelt. After fastening my seatbelt, immediately, if you are familiar with those roads, immediately I reached Ogbuefi. Something like darkness covered my windscreen. I couldn't see anything. So I applied automatic brake. I wasn't on speed. Because I'm not the type that normally like to run over speed. So I applied automatic brake, but I couldn't see my front anymore. Everything like magic. Next thing I heard is like a noise, like in the spiritual realm. That time the motor was like somersaulted 3 times. According to people that sat the other side, there's a bar where people normally they sat down and be drinking their beer. So the motor somersaulted 3 times. And face where I was coming from, face Ibuku side. Then the motor fell to even in the small farms. To even somebody's face off the road. So people, villagers, start running, coming. I hear even some women say, "Man up the people started rushing to the scene. Immediately they came, after the last blow I just had. Then I removed my seatbelt. Immediately I came, so people rushed to my door, opened the door. They're asking me, am I okay? I should sit down. I said, no, I have gotten myself. Immediately, I got myself. I said I should sit down for a while. So they asked me if I'm traveling with anybody. I said, no, I'm not traveling with anybody. Then they later helped me to push that because the motor badly damaged. They helped me to push it to somebody's front gate. So just to secure. So the next day I used to invite to come and take me. But before then, so what I'm talking about is that I was never injured. So after that one, I began to experience terrible things in my company. If we are draining bowl, either pipe, we have what we call pipe stock, or we have broken of pipes, and one challenges or the other is down on me that my business is going down. If we do like 2, 3 boreholes, make some service, the 4th one or the 50th one will have issues. And in order to maintain my reputation, I will use my service to repair that. No, as in to redo the borehole so that the person will be happy. So at the end of the day, it means that warning you, or you are being warned and threatened in the dream by one force or the other. Yes. you should do something. Or maybe you see yourself, maybe even if it's a mad person in the dream, warning you why, what are you waiting for? Are you waiting for maybe when you will start receiving Mpiawa Zubrulala? Or maybe warning you that if you did not answer your call, or that madness is around the corner, or one thing or the other, my brother, my sister, you should wake up. When you see yourself seeing all those dreams where people are dying in your lineage, or your children are dying, don't keep quiet. When you see all those dreams of negativity upon negativity, you are seeing yourself being attacked, or so many other things, my brother, my sister, something is wrong somewhere. Are you following? So, what I'm advising you is that whenever you see yourself in the dream faces any danger, or maybe you are seeing yourself in the dreams wailing and crying in the dream, maybe because of unpleasant situation you find yourself, or where you see yourself being punished, maybe you are begging for mercy, or you are in cage, you are in prison, or you are seeing yourself in the state of nowhere, maybe you saw yourself in the bridge, and that a bridge, you can no longer proceed. Maybe that bridge is the end of the bridge, maybe there is another ocean which you cannot cross. Or maybe you are walking in the dream, you saw yourself in this push path, on following that road, the road seems as where people normally pass, but it reaches your turn, if there is a blockage, or maybe you find out that the road just end there, you can't go further. Yes, but originally when you started that road seems where people normally pass, but on your own you suddenly come to an end, and what you could see again is a bush path. It is a sign that maybe your path has been blocked. Yes, but when you see yourself in a dream configurations, as in you are going back instead of climbing further, maybe you see yourself where you're supposed to be moving staircase, that is moving higher and higher and higher. You now saw yourself when you are coming back, and you began to ask yourself, are you not supposed to be climbing? Why going down? It's a sign that all is not well. So my brother, or you see yourself, maybe you are mad in the dream. Yes, or you are seeing yourself, you are too wretched in the dreams, or you are seeing yourself while in the dreams, you are still seeing yourself where you are still schooling, where you are still seeing yourself in a situation you have passed. Maybe you are saw yourself where you are still serving your oga, you are still serving your madam, you are still serving, that is where you have passed many years ago. You saw you are still there, or maybe you have already moved to the city, but every time you see yourself where you are still in the village, either harvesting yams, cocoyams, or you are taking leaves, or mborogu and whatever, but you are normally seeing yourself in the village again, while you are in the town, but you are always seeing yourself in the dreams. My brother, my sister, don't keep quiet. Some of these things are signs, and so many things can cause it. It's only our deep Father that will reveal exactly where our challenges. Don't keep quiet, like I have warned you, because in this life, the spiritual control the physical. Sometimes before these things will happen in the world of physical, we have been warned. Are you getting? Are you getting it? Or when you see yourself in the spiritual realm being warned, maybe an entity of power or an elder, some in a way starts cutting warning to you, then warning you for one thing or the other, I will advise you to desist from it. So if you are seeing all these things, don't keep quiet. Believe in me, something must be wrong somewhere. It's either you have stepped on toes of Umumu, or you have attracted Ochu, or you have attracted Iwo Mumuo, or you have So many things can cause it. Yes. So I will advise you to seek for solutions. Don't keep quiet. Ndị Igbo na-atụ ilu sị na ọ gbara nkịtị kwere ekwe, meaning when you keep quiet after saying these things, it means that you have already conquered. You have already accepted that let it be done. But I can tell you can still do something to revert it. Are you following? Yes. Those signs was actually given to you for you to act on it. Let me stop here. If you have any question in today's lecture, or you want us to do deep consultation for you, please chat me on WhatsApp 0805 7837672. I repeat 0805 7837672 or 0813 8243 871. I repeat 0813 8243 871. In the name of the Most High, the Creator of the whole universe, I pray and make declaration upon the lives of those that join us, the friends of the temple, the children of the temple, and our fans all over the world. As you are joining us, may this word you have had today liberate you and uplift you. Remember, blessed. See you tomorrow. No gawa kezu. Asem na obu na onwu eburoje eji wetu acha. Emecha no ye probe. Ya mesian. A kind of stagnant. So nothing moves. So, but I now remember the dreams I had many months ago. So, because that dream shows that I remain stagnant, no moveless. And my business became stagnant that time. Are you following? So what I'm telling you, the signs you will see, and you should not keep quiet, my brother, my sister, as you are listening to me. I believe that this message is coming to replace some people. Yes. So you might be the lucky one this message is meant for. So whenever you had a dream where you are locked up inside a thick forest and you are hopeless, moveless, there is no do something. That is the one that blocking your path in the spiritual realm. I have told you times without number that before anything will happen in the world of the physical, it must have taken on form in the spiritual realm. Believe in me. Even before somebody die here, the person must have gone days, weeks, even months before the person finally die in the world of the physical. You normally see some people that they are sick. Some will be in coma. Some of them have gone in the spiritual realm, waiting for the day the thing will now die in the world of the physical. Are you following? So when you had a dream where you find yourself in a terrible mess, or maybe you find yourself when you are on sick bed, maybe you are moveless, you are in coma, you are fighting for your life, do something. It's a dangerous signal. Or when you see yourself in the dreams, when like dog is biting you, lion biting you seriously, snake biting you seriously, please do something. All is not well. It's a signal. Yes, of impending doom. Now, or when you see yourself in the dream, when you are, that is maybe for any reason, you find yourself inside deep sea, swimming, and you are about to be carried away. You find yourself that you are swimming, trying to save your life, but no way, you couldn't save your life. Or maybe you are finally gone. It's a sign that all is not well. When you see yourself in the dream, while masquerade is pursuing you mercilessly, flogging you mercilessly, dealing with you all, there is a sign that all is not well. Maybe there is warning coming from the spiritual and maybe from Ndiche for you to do the needful. All this warning could be for you to do the consultation to know exactly where you have got it wrong. Then, if you see yourself in the dream where somebody attack you with dangerous weapon or you being killed, or you see yourself where you normally wine and dine with the dead people, and you know these people are no more. These people might be your relatives or maybe people you know in the world of the living, and you always see them in your dream. Maybe you are fraternizing with them. My brother, my sister is not well. All is not well. Then when you see yourself in the world of the dream, you a young lady, you see yourself having many children in the dream, as maybe have given birth of many children in the dreams, but in the physical you are still single. Something is wrong. Are you following? Then, or maybe when you see yourself in the dream where you have been given serious warning, as in